Okay, so my powder coating machine showed up today. This is my first little test block that I did. It's still warm. This machine here I bought off of Amazon. It's around $125 Canadian. I'm pretty sure it's the exact same one that Harbor Freight and Princess Auto carries. Princess Auto is like $150. Harbor Freight is around $70, but by the time I pay the brokerages and the exchange rate, it's cheaper to go this way. So when you get the machine, first thing I want to note is that with the gun, as soon as you put the filter on, it no longer fits back in the original box. So you have to take that off every time, or like I did, I just bought a Rubbermaid container. I put all this stuff in there. It comes with these two bottles. These three I bought separately. They're empty, of course, and these screw right on the gun. These look identical to the Harbor Freight and Princess Auto ones, and this is a half pound of Eastwood Black that I bought some time ago. If you're thinking about doing the shake and bake and baking them all together, do not use Eastwood Black. They will stick together like you wouldn't believe. Princess Auto here in Canada carries red, black, and blue. There, red, black, blue. They come in the 1 pounders like this for 13 bucks. These are $8. They're half pound containers. But I wasn't sure what I wanted, so I bought one each of the half pound. So that gives me a full pound of black, a half of red, and a half of blue. This is the Princess Auto stuff. Now I put this on really light. I wasn't sure what or how heavy to put it on, and I don't know how well it's going to show up. But coverage looks pretty good, other than just a few spots like down here. It didn't really get covered, but I kind of expected that. I did it as light as I possibly could, and yeah, it's good enough. Those will still shoot, but I'm gonna hit them again anyway. Just put another real light coat on it, show you guys how it works, and yeah, I guess that's about it. Also, I've got a bunch of different bullets. I've got some plain base upright, some pointing down, some pistol bullets, some 303 bullets, and we'll see how this goes. I'll get this set up and turn the camera back on. Now this thing is pretty easy to use, but at the same time it's kind of a pain because there's a lot of wires and cables and tubes going around. So you got your ground, you've got your positive, which goes to the gun, comes up here, connects both here, and along this tube there's a brass rod which you do not want to touch. It will shock the living hell out of you. I did it just to see. There's also a foot pedal, which is kind of unnecessary, but I guess it's a safety feature. I think I could make one of these very easily, but I got it now, so we'll turn it on. We'll give this a shot. This stuff is explosive in the dust form. You know, plastic is basically gasoline. So turn that on and step on the pedal. You'll hear a little buzzing. Of course, I have to put my safety glasses and breathing apparatus on, and we'll give this a shot. So I'm having a bit of trouble because it's windy out here. So there, I put it right to it. That should do it. there's a little adjustment here, minimum, maximum. It also relies on your pressure regulator on your tank. And the pressure regulator on a tank is more of a safety feature than anything. It's not really designed to regulate pressure that well. So I'm going to stick these in the oven and see what they look like when they're done. Okay, so I'm just going to stick them in here for 20 minutes. This is just a rough cut spruce block of wood, which makes it not so nice for drilling the holes in because they're a little rough. But the little frayed edges around the top, they're not scorching or burning or nothing. It's at 400. Even though it says 375, I found with this stuff 400. Whether I'm actually getting 400, I don't know. It's probably just a toaster oven. And for 20 minutes, so I'm going to set that for 25 minutes thereabouts. And that'll give it a little bit of time to preheat. And we'll see what they look like when we're done. Okay, so here they are out of the oven. Here's one that I've gone through and gas checked. Because I used a very rough block, you can see my hole is not very clean. A little bit of the tinfoil stuck to the bullet, and you can see it here. I've already seated an aluminum gas check. So a little piece there, a little bit there. That's not going to make a difference. But after I make up a proper block, that's going to go away. I also have a couple theories on how I can make these come out a lot easier. After I get my block covered tinfoil, I'm going to take a little bit of vegetable oil or something of that sort, just a dab, and just kind of polish it, and then stick all the bullets in, and that should make them break out quite easily. So the coating, this has got two coats, two light coats, equivalent to one heavy coat, is 2.5 thou thick. I determined that by measuring the nose of several bullets. Now, these are the totally encapsulated ones. This one here I've seated a gas check on and sized it to 310. Dry, no lube on it. Tomorrow I'm going to stick that in upside down like I did with these 30-30 bullets here. And I'll have some exposed tipped ones, and these should be, well, they should be 312.5, which is right at bore diameter, but they're coated, so it shouldn't really matter. Now, this coating was with the Eastwood. It looks fine. The shine, whatever you want to call it, I don't think it's any different than the first one. In fact, I think the Princess Auto stuff actually had a little bit more shine to it. I definitely got to do something different with this block. Non-stick foil would probably help a lot too. If you watch the other video I did, where I did some of these and I pulled them off of the regular cookie sheet, these were stuck down so bad that it dented the cookie sheet. So that's a 9mm bullet. You can see it's a bevel base, so stuff's gone in a little bit there. You don't get leading from having an exposed base, you get leading from gases cutting between the sides of the bullet and the barrel. So this exposed here is not going to hurt anything. In fact, most full metal jackets are exposed at the base. So yeah, the only annoying thing I see here is my tinfoil breaking all the pieces on me, but that's alright. I could I could try this with aluminum blocks or something too. I think that would work just as well. Putting these nose down, they turned out kind of ugly. It's not a straight line, but again, that probably has a lot to do with this block I made up in a hurry. So I'm going to go size that other 303 bullet I got there. That's a Lee 185 grain, and see how that sheeting comes off. That plastic right there, that comes right off when it goes through the die. So we'll go size this and show you the outcome. Okay, so here are the results of the sizing. The bullet for my 3220, it's sized perfect. Everything looks fine. The only problem is the skirting around the nose is ugly as hell. Maybe a better block would fix that, but for these bullets, I don't predict any difference in expansion with the exposed nose. The 3030s are the same way. They're just ugly. That's a plain base anyway, not the best design. The two 303 bullets that I did turned out excellent. The little skirting where it was setting in the plastic snaps right off when it goes through the die. Gas checks are on there. Those are aluminum gas checks, that's why it looks like there's nothing there. I think that's going to be a good shooting little bullet. I'm going to do up a bunch more tomorrow. I have these ones that are all checked and ready. I am going to put some in upside down, and I'm going to redo some tests that I was working on a while ago. I'll get those in there. I'll do a couple of these this way, and I'll do a couple with the noses exposed, and we'll see if there's any difference in expansion. I suspect there'll be zero, but anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Please like, subscribe, and stay tuned. I'm going to try and get to these over the next couple of days, so see you next time.